What? What is it?
Ginny said you love me. Does it mean you want to control me?
No.
And does it mean you expect carte blanche with me? Automatic forgiveness? Unlimited access to my mind and body?
What? No. How do you come up with that stuff? Geez, what brought this up?
My mother was in this morning. She told me she loved me. You evidently mean something different.
Yeah, I do.
What is it you want?
I want to be friends, to share things, to talk and joke around about stuff.
Friends? Desire? Ownership? Control?
No. I don't own you, do I? It's not like I have the right to know every little thing Jenny has on her mind. Just because I love her doesn't mean I own her. You don't have to be afraid of me or Jenny.
Ginny doesn't scare me. She doesn't love me.
You don't?
I don't know.
Well, do you love me?
Of course I do.
You're often angry with him.
It's commitment. If you love somebody, you're loyal. You stick with them through the bad parts, the hard parts.
Do you love Peter Zabrinsky?
No, I don't even know him. I just think he's kind of cute.
And if you go out with him, this guy who's kind of cute, if he wants to kiss you, would you let him?
Um, it depends. On the circumstances, maybe.
Depends.
Could we change the subject, please?
Oh, I'm supposed to ask you. Hallie wants to know if it's okay with you that she came and visited with us one of these afternoons.
Hmm.
She said Katie Avery wants to come with her.
Katie Avery wants to come here?
Who's she?
You tell her.
She's the girl who sits in the first row of Mr. Hansen's class. The one with the long, brown hair.
I don't really know her.
You're lying.
Truth. You guys want a drink?
No.
No caffeine.
All right.
Come see out my window.
No, thank you.
You're angry. And it's too bad you don't love me.
I might have been wrong about that. It's just hard to tell.
I've been trying to understand what you did that night at Haley's. I've thought about it a long time, but I don't understand what passed between us. Tell me, Jenny, if we weren't here, in this place, the way we are, if it were another place, another time, and I wanted that kiss from you, would you give it to me?
I don't know.
Would you give it to me now?
You wouldn't rather wait for Katie Avery?
It's very complex, isn't it? Jenny, come look out my window.
I'm scared of you.
Of me? Or what I'm asking?
Yes.
But you would kiss Pete, depending on the circumstances.
Pete isn't hooked up to a bunch of monitors.
Neither am I. Come. And just look if you like.
don't want to get tied up with you, Michael. I'm not responsible enough.
So, you're thinking, if something goes wrong between us, something terrible will happen to me?
It wouldn't be the first time.
Look at me. I'll make you a promise. If you ever break my heart, you'll never know it. I live.
I can't believe it. All they had was diet. What happened?
I didn't expect you. The doctor was going to call you. Guess she didn't.
I can't leave him like this. I don't know what to do.
I'll stay. I'll call my mom to come get me.
Okay, but if you find out anything, you call me.
I'll call you.
Get better, Smitty.
Why didn't you go with him?
I won't bother you.
You already have. Why are you all the way over there?
You didn't check in with me.
I'm sorry.
I would have told you it wasn't a good day.
I can't do this.
I think you can.
You think I can.
Smitty.
My name is Michael. Read the admittance forms.
Ginny.
No. I'll tell her. My brother is coming to visit. They didn't tell me until this morning. They were afraid of this. It evidently didn't occur to them that they might give me some time to prepare, that I might not be ready for this.
I didn't do this to you, Michael. This just happened. It's just real life. I didn't tell you before this morning because I didn't know before this morning. Your father jumped the gun on me, and I'm sorry about that. But it's the way it happened, and now you're going to have to deal with it. Better it happened here and now than in some other time and in a worse place. You can't hide from it forever, Michael. And you can't hide from yourself. You just have to deal with it. And I believe you can. You want me to goose up that drip a little?
No, I'm going to have to deal with it.
Fine. I'll be in to check on you later.
I can't go forward. And sure as hell can't go back. I know he's not supposed to be able to hurt me. At least not in a lighted room. With witnesses present. I'm cold.
Move over.
What?
Shove over.
Talk to me, Ginny. About your brother Paul. Make me see the difference between yours and mine. Make me angry. Talk to me.
You seem to be holding your own. He should be here in half an hour or so. We're waiting for him in my office. Then we'll all meet in here together. Okay? I know everything about him. You told me everything. You'll be okay. Isn't it about time you went home?
She can stay.
Your mom isn't gonna like it.
My mother is in charge of her own hell. I'm in charge of mine.
Well, this will all be over soon. I'll see you in a few minutes.
Thank you for staying. If you want to leave, I'll understand.
There's something I want to know. Why did you let your brother do this to you?
Let him.
Yeah, these last 4 or 5 years. Why didn't you just decide to stop it? I've thought about this a lot, and it seems to me that after a certain point, you're as responsible for this as your parents are. I know I don't understand the situation, but you're smart, Michael, and your body isn't weak. You should have told him to kiss off a long time ago. Russell isn't God.
You're right. You don't understand.
Hey, how you doing, Schmidt? Gone off the deep end finally, huh? I came as soon as I heard. You must be a friend of his. I'm Russell.
Ginny.
Well, I didn't know Smitty had such pretty friends. Too bad about all this. Could have been a lot worse, though, right? I just thought I'd pop in here before all the family stuff starts. I wanted to tell you I got a job offer. A really good one. But it'll take me out of the state, and you probably won't see me again for a while, old Schmidt. I'll be out of your hair.
Don't!
Sorry. I just thought he'd want to get caught up. Well, don't forget that I love you, Smitty boy, and I hate to see you get hurt.
That's exactly what I mean. Why did you let him do that to you? Why didn't you just rip your hand away from him? You are 100 times the human being he is, and you're not helping him out any.
He'll do it with them too. You saw. You believed him. They will too. When he's finished in here, I'm dead.
You don't have to let him win.
Michael, your family would like to start now. Why don't you sit up so you can participate?
Michael, is it?
Not really.
Well, he's a big boy now. He has a right to a real name.
Sit down, Russell.
Honey, at least let him be nice to Smitty. Call him Smitty, darling. Let's not make this any stranger than it is.
Okay, Mom. Well, I guess we better begin. Though I have to tell you, I'm really not sure I understand what this is all about.
I told you on the phone.
I know what you told me. I just don't understand the part where I'm supposed to be playing here. We all know that Smitty has problems.
Russell.
This really hurts me, Mom. This started long before I was old enough to know what was going on. Now how can you possibly even think that I had something to do with this?
Russell, we didn't.
I mean, I'm glad to be here, to know that some kind of progress is being made. But I have to be frank with you. I spent years of my life babysitting this kid, the whole time I was growing up as well. You had your work, and your committees, and your clubs.
Please don't make it sound like I was gone all the time, Russell.
But you were.
Russell, these are things that Smitty has told us himself.
And isn't that amazing, that he's finally able to communicate? But please remember, I was the one who took care of him when you weren't home. I mean, think about it. It's fairly obvious that he's gonna remember me the way most kids remember their babysitters. Most kids have resentments about people who don't let them get their own way.
We've only heard one side of it.
I don't think we need to hear any more of Russell's side. After all these years, I think we've heard enough.
Just a minute. What do you mean you don't need to hear it? You've never listened, never. Maybe if you had taken any interest in Russell from the beginning.
Mother.
So you're saying that these things your brother told us about never actually happened?
Oh, I'm sure in Smitty's mind that it did. Who knows how he thinks?
The doctor doesn't seem to think it's quite that simple.
Exactly how much is this setting you back, Dad?
Your mother and I would like you to stay here for a while and work with your brother, see if we can straighten things out.
Well, I know you'd like me to do that, and I think it's important, but I'm in the middle of a semester. It was hard enough to take this weekend off. If I leave, I'm going to lose the entire semester, so you've got to understand that I can't...
I'm not asking you. I'm telling you.
John,
2 sons.
Russell, we understand all that, but we feel this might be more important.
More important? More important than my whole life? I'm not going to screw up my whole life for this kid. I think I've given enough.
Russell?
What about my life?
Well, he can talk. Congratulations. But I'm really sorry about your life, Mikey. But I don't see how that's my problem.
I'm not a liar.
Well, neither am I.
You've got to be kidding me.
Excuse me. Who is this girl mother? And is she a part of our family?
Well, actually...
She has a right to be here.
Really, huh? The brain-damaged kid's got a little girlfriend. That's kinda kinky.
There won't be any money until this is taken care of.
What?
Did you tell your fiancée why you were coming here, Russ? Or maybe you intend for her to take my place?
Don't!
Oh, Russell.
Well, did you hear what he said? He'd drive anybody nuts. Anybody! You can cut off the money, you can do whatever you want, but I'm not staying.
I've had enough. For your mother's sake, I've let this go years and years. I've let this go, but this is the end. You have no choice, Russell. Either you stay or we bring up charges, but you're staying.
What are you going to tell your friends?
I don't know.
You could just let me go. You won't ever have to hear from me again. I warned you. Just remember that I warned you.
If you would all please join me in my office.
I just want you to know we're sorry. I'm sorry. I can't tell you how sorry.
Thank you.
My boy.
So, now I'm falling apart.
Just a reaction. It'll stop.
This was the hardest thing, and it didn't come out like I expected. Russell didn't win. This is the first time in my life I remember being able to breathe. It's over. The mystery is solved. Now you know everything there is to know. Now you can go home.
I don't want to go home.
Why?
Look, if you want me to go home, fine, I'll call my mom. But all I'd end up doing is sitting around all night thinking about you. If you want me to go home with somebody else, I could probably arrange that too. Then I'd be with somebody else thinking about you. If that's what you want me to do, fine, just say so.
You know I don't want you to go. I hate Zabrinsky.
They kept Russell at the clinic for several months, testing him and working with him. Calder thinks that every person is born with his personality already in place, good or bad, and that his life afterward will shape what is already there. It's been very hard for Michael. They kept him in the hospital till nearly Christmas. It was just the beginning of a long process. You don't undo years of behavior in a couple of months. He has made a solemn promise to himself that there will be no cycling of his trauma, that whatever he finds of Russell in himself, he will drag out into the open and deal with it. I've never heard him say a damaging word to anybody. It's joy and light he wants. He's been on the other side, and he doesn't intend to go back.